Hello everybody! In today's video, I'm going to be talking about critics slash reviewers, or critics and reviewers, which is what I'm going to put in. And here's the big thing. Here's the thing. People, these critics, these groups of people, it's not necessarily that I'm saying you shouldn't trust them, but I'm not saying you should always trust them. You know? Like, you can generally trust a food critic, but sometimes they can be wrong. You know, or they can a lot be wrong. You know? And I'm not really a big fan of people who do, you know, reviews on movies or TV shows. The only time I really would like, watching, you know, reviews or, you know, something being criticized of a movie or TV show, it's generally if I've already seen it. But there are exceptions, especially when it comes from Hollywood, because I don't 100% trust them either. But then the problem with that is that when you have a critic review, they could have been paid to say that. Or even if it is their actual opinion, sometimes, a lot of the times too, especially when it comes to newer stuff, not so much older stuff, but usually newer stuff, they tend to have opinions on it that just never happened in the show, or this did happen in the show, or movie, or whatever it was, but it happened differently, or it happened this way, or you actually disliked that scene, or you actually liked that particular scene, or particular movie, or TV show. Whatever it may have been. You know? And there will be these people who will form an opinion on a movie or a TV show before they even seen it. Now, to be fair, you have to get an idea of what you may watch before you watch it. Like, oh, you're watching fucking the Glam Slasher 3000 or something like that. You know, like you would expect it to be that way, you know? Or whatever. Regardless if it is or isn't, it's better to just know about what movies are and aren't by watching them than, you know, seeing the viewers or critics or whatever, reviewers, excuse me, these people giving a review on something they didn't even watch in the first place, you know? And it's so crazy because it's like they'll act like they've watched the whole show because they saw an edit or whatever they call it these days, you know? Or because they saw their favorite reviewer give a review on it, you know? But, again, if I were to make a movie or TV show review, I would do it where I'm assuming you are somebody who's already seen it, you know? That kind of thing. Because, again, yeah, that can help for people who are like, they might get an idea of it, but, you know, some people like shit, some people hate stuff that everybody considers good quality movie, you know, everybody else would consider, because it's a lot more, what's the word? It's a lot more specific to the individual than food is, because when it comes to food, you can generally say, hey, this food is very unhealthy, or this food might taste disgusting to a lot more people. Like, there's a lot more people that could say, oh, this particular food, like, I don't know, say there's a lot of people out there who don't like black licorice for whatever reason, you know? They're like, they just don't like black licorice, you know? Okay, you don't like it. We get that. But then you say, oh, I didn't I didn't like Coraline because when I was younger, it's super scary, but now that I'm older, it's just kind of a garbage movie. There's gonna be people out there that are like, no, Coraline was good movie because Bud and Eyes were cool and stuff, and it was very hot to me, or something like that, because of the whole trend or whatever it is with Coraline. Like, I get that it's like, what's the word? Halloween themed, or whatever. Which, not really. It's just, which I do have that's my actual opinion on Coraline. But, at least the movie anyway. But, when it comes to the original movie, people are not going to have the same opinion, you know? Like, I liked Tintin, but not everybody liked Tintin, you know? Or, I like The Flash, but not everybody likes The Flash. Or, I hate Heartland, but there are people who love it, you know? Like, Heartland is a TV show, you know, for those who are not informed in the watching stuff genre. But it's not like you have to watch movies or TV shows, you know? Like, it's completely optional. I'm just saying, it's like, if you're not gonna really watch movies and TV shows, what's the point of watching them criticize the movie or a TV show in the first place? You know, if you're not into it, then why would you watch people who talk about, you know, being into it? That kind of thing. Like, I could sit here and talk to you all day about, you know, how, you know, season 4 of The Flash, in my opinion, is the best season in the entire series or something. And you would probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, there's a possibility that could exist. Or you could be like, no. It was definitely season 1 or whatever. But it's like, unless you actually watch the show and form your own opinion, how are you gonna know? How are you gonna fucking know? You know what I mean? And by the way, regardless of which season is your favorite season of the show, all the seasons, at least in my opinion, you can go ahead and watch, you know? But if you want to skip certain episodes or skip certain seasons, you can go right ahead. That's if you choose to watch it at all, you know? Same thing with Arrow, or Supergirl, that kind of thing. Or Legends of Tomorrow, you know? Or, I think it was called, Black Lightning or something like that? I don't know. But yeah. It's pretty interesting to think about. That kind of thing. And there are a lot of movies too, not just TV shows. Obviously, I listed, you know, stuff like Coraline and Tintin, but there's also Cat in the Hat, which I did not like. I did not like the live-action version from the 2000s. Horrible movie. You know, don't get me wrong. They were trying to do their best at the time, but I don't know, man. I didn't like the Lorax movie either. It's not because the animation was bad or because it wasn't colorful enough. No, it was really just because it was just like, I just didn't like the story of it, you know? It was so retardo, you know? Like, so retarded, that kind of thing in my head. But I've seen the movie to know that. But that doesn't mean you have to see every single movie, every single TV show to like what you like or dislike what you dislike. You know, you don't have to see every single movie ever made in the entire history of all movies to enjoy fucking, I don't know, perhaps something like, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or something, you know? Or whatever. That kind of thing. Or enjoy fucking, what's the name of that show? Ragnarok. You know? It is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video. But before I do, Olivia, I know you're just watching this on your TV. And I don't know anybody personally named Olivia. I'm just randomly naming people. And this is all pre-recorded, by the way. So, there's that as well. But, I know you ain't actually watching this video and you're just doom scrolling on your phone. You know? You're just looking at the fucking... Oh, the meme on the TikTok. But you ain't looking at your TV that you turned on. Yeah, I'm aware. Liam knows it too. He knows it. He fucking knows it. You give a crazy name for the whole Smith family. Okay? Don't ask how I know that. I just do. Alright? But anyway, back on to what I was saying. Critics and reviewers, you can get into it, but that's completely optional too. Even if you are into movies and TV shows, you don't have to actually, watch these kind of people to have an opinion. And video games, Again, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you want to know a game is good or not, you gotta play it yourself. You can play it however you want. You can do it however you want. Same thing with movies and TV shows. Not so much with streaming, but more stuff with like physical DVDs and stuff like that. Or whatever, because you'd actually have it. That kind of thing. But, what are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do? But if you ask me, critic reviews, or really any reviews, are kind of retarded to begin with, because it's like people are debating over movies that are just like, either you like it or you don't, or you have a mixed bag. But still, like, what do you want me to do? I don't use Rotten Tomato scores. I don't even know what the fuck that means. It says, 87 on the movie. Is that good or is that bad? I don't know, because it doesn't tell you. It just kind of expects you to know. It's a really shitty rating system. I don't know where it's IDAM. I don't know what site it's called. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with retard syndrome websites. And yes, I actually do say those words because, well, if you have nobody saying them online, they can pretty much get away with trying to censor that word a lot. Because if you don't hold them accountable for stuff like that, they will try to take an advantage of you. They will really try to grab hold of your language. And my nigger, it just gets you through. It just makes you think, yeah, we do need freedom of speech on this platform or whatever. But regardless, that isn't the point of the video. The point of the video that I'm trying to make is you don't always have to trust, critics / reviewers and reviewers, because that's what I'm most likely going to put on the title. But you might go, how come you're saying this? Why don't I trust you? Because you don't have to trust me. You can go ahead and go do this bullshit if you wanted to. You can go ahead and keep fucking strolling and doing all this stuff. But you're the one who chose to click on this video, not me. If you don't like what I have to say, I'm fine with that. It's not the end of the world, it's your opinion. Your thoughts are your thoughts. I can't tell you what you can and can't do and when you can and can't do it. I'm just simply recommending. This whole video that I'm doing is an entire recommendation entirely my opinion, okay? And if you have your own opinion, you have any thoughts, ideas, comments you would like to make about what I said in this video, that's fine, you know. But, it was completely optional for you to click on this video. So, yeah. So, if you want to like, you can like. And, you know, if you want to dislike, hit the dislike button twice. And, yeah. You can comment if you want to comment. And if you want to, you can, subscribe. But, anyway. I and you, I guess, are out of here. So I shall see you later. Or, probably not. But if you are subscribing, just make sure to have your YouTube notifications on your devices, you know. Have your notifications on for that. And in your settings, you know, have your notifications for YouTube on. And when you click it, make sure you have there are 3 options you can have. You can either have it on silent, meaning you're subscribed to the channel, but you're not going to get notified about any videos. You could have it personalized, where you're notified about, you know, certain types of videos. And then you could click on all, where, if you click on all, you will get notified anytime something gets uploaded to this channel. Alright? You got the idea in your head of what I am? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now. Bye!